Inferno is directed by Ron Howard and stars Tom Hanks and Felicity Jones and is the third film in the Dan Brown trilogy. We've already had Da Vinci Code and Angels and Demons, which were very well received, and now 10 years later, we have the third film that everyone was really pining for. So Robert Langdon wakes up in a hospital, he has severe memory loss, he can't remember the past 48 hours, and his nurse Felicity Jones just so happens to be there when Langdon gets shot at by an assassin of some kind, and now these two are on the run in Florence, Italy, trying to solve a mystery that involves a plague that could be unleashed, having something to do with Dante's Inferno. If you want to know how I feel about the other films, I'm very lukewarm on them. I don't really think they needed another film, but there's another book, so now we have another film. And this is an unbelievably dull movie with really the only person in the entire production that seems as if they are really trying being Tom Hanks. He's one of the best actors alive. I've loved him in many movies. He was great this year in Sully, but here he is surrounded by a director, a writer, and an entire crew that just doesn't seem to give a shit. I want to talk about Ron Howard. I have liked a lot of his films, Apollo 13 being one of my favorite films he's made. I think he is an extremely talented director. I don't know what he's doing with this trilogy. They all look like Bourne knockoffs. In fact, this one even gives our hero memory loss. Everything about this movie seems like it's trying to be a Bourne movie with a slightly older protagonist, and it's more of a mystery setting with a lot of old mythology and things that are referenced quite often, and it sort of comes off like a cross between a very dull Jason Bourne and a very bland National Treasure. Not Indiana Jones, not Lara Croft, National Treasure. That's where we're at here, guys. It's those two things combined to make an experience that I genuinely could not stand watching. This film looks as if it was shot for straight to Blu-ray. The only thing that's convincing me this is a theatrical film is the inclusion of stars like Felicity Jones and Tom Hanks. Ron Howard's direction in this film is so listless that there's even a sequence where he completely forgets about the 180 rule, has Tom Hanks and another woman he's having a conversation with both on the right side of the frame as they cut back and forth between them, and our eyes don't move at all, and we are bored to shit. The entire film feels like that, a very shaky, handheld, choppily edited mess. There are so many logical inconsistencies as well, like Hanks not being able to remember the word for coffee, but instantly within the same scene remembering his Gmail password. There's an overabundance of info dump scenes where characters just tell Hanks what he needs to know. He's supposed to be this very smart guy who figures out riddles, and it's one of the most compelling things about his character, but in this movie, with his memory loss, they take that away, so he's kind of just like this bumbling, somewhat handsome older man who's running around Florence with Felicity Jones. The best part of this movie is Irrfan Khan. He is the most entertaining character. He gave the most compelling performance. He's barely in the movie, unfortunately. The most disappointing thing for me about this movie is actually not Ron Howard's direction, which I really did not enjoy, but it was David Koepp's script. I'm always pulling for this guy. He's written some of my favorite movies. He's directed some movies I really like Stir of Echoes. I enjoy Secret Window. It's not perfect, but I enjoy it. Ghost Town, Premium Rush. His script takes so long to give Felicity Jones a reason to be with Hanks in this movie. For a very long time, she's just the girl who runs around and goes, hey, I liked that stuff when I was a kid, and you like it too, so let's run around and flee from bullets because I'm a nurse. Even worse are revelations that come forth in the third act that make everything else that came before it incredibly contrived. Nothing makes sense anymore. It's the type of plot reveal that thinks, wow, because this is so unexpected, well, this is just good, right? You're gonna be blown away because you didn't expect this, you didn't see this coming. Well, sure, Darth Vader could take his helmet off and Princess Leia could be under there. That would be unexpected. Doesn't mean it's good! And if that plot reveal didn't tank the movie, there's another one after it that makes it even worse. It's the kind of script that keeps in every scene like, hey, you didn't expect that, did you? Oh, you didn't see that one. Oh, guess what? That thing you didn't expect? Well, that's not even that. It's something else. I gotcha. Towards the end of this film, I was silently willing the screen to fade to credits. I just wanted this movie to end. For me personally, this is the worst type of bad movie. It's not so bad that it's good. You can't laugh at it. It's not 80 or 90 minutes long, so it's not over quick. It's like 2 hours. It's boring and dull, and there's nothing entertaining about it. Tom Hanks is trying. That's the only positive I could find while thinking about Inferno, which is a film that discusses the topic of hell quite often. My vision of hell is being forced to watch Inferno on multiple repeats. I'm going to give this film a D-. simply because Tom Hanks was trying, and I felt bad for him in every scene. It seemed like everything surrounding him was just failing while he was actually trying. Ay, ay, ay. I didn't expect it to be that bad. I was like, I'm not really that excited for it, but that truly shocked me. That just took me off guard completely. I do have some good news though. My promotion with Squarespace is continuing. If you guys go to squarespace.com/Chris Stuckmann and use the offer code Stuckmann, you can get 10% off a website that you can build yourself. Web design is actually how I started. I used to build my own website at the library and I did movie reviews and it led me to this. So if you guys are interested in starting your own website in which you can build and deliver your own content for your eventual followers, I think Squarespace is a really good place to start. They have beautiful and intuitive design templates. They have a lot of really great options at your disposal. It's also very easy to use and they have 24/7 customer support, which I did not have when I started. So that is a big plus because there were a lot of times I was like, what am I even doing right now? And by far the best plus is that if you sign up for a year, you get a free domain name for a year. That is a great, great plus. So if you go to squarespace.com/Chris Stuckmann and use my name, Stuckmann, you get 10% off. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. I hope you take advantage of that offer. You guys are the best. And if you like this, you can click right here and get Stuckmannized.